Welcome to the weekly watch of I didn't check the date.
It's the 8th.
February 8th, 2014. I'm your host, Darkly10000, and with me, as always, is Nathan.
Hello.
And Truman.
What's up? Hey Nate, how good is Bravely Default?
I'm playing it right now.
So good?
I'm enjoying it, but maybe we should wait until we're done.
That's good.
No, I'm also curious on your opinions of Bravely Default, because I played the demo and I found it kind of boring.
Yeah, the demo's really grindy. I
heard that about the demo.
It was just there to show off
The system.
the combat. That's all it was supposed to do, so that was why it was so grindy. So far, it hasn't been that grindy.
Oh, that's good.
Like, I haven't had to stop and grind, but I haven't played that much, so... But it's not bad. It's got a good... I don't know, it's a different type of tactics than what I'm used to.
So, and it's kind of like classic Final Fantasy style combat, right?
Yeah.
No, Final Fantasy works on a timer.
Okay.
So I meant
Final
classic.
Fantasy.
It's classic Final Fantasy. The non-timer, 3-timer.
No, they did timer in the first game.
Yeah, the first games were all timers. It's more of the, like, in the old Final Fantasies, they had the jobs. And I don't know if you could switch jobs in the old Final Fantasies, could you?
Not in the first one. I think in 3 you could, right? I think it was 3.
Because in this one, you switch jobs. Like, part of the gameplay is getting more jobs to your character.
So you have, like, just a base cast, and then they switch jobs to do different...
Yeah, you get... So far, it's been 4 characters. I'm assuming it's going to be those 4 characters all the way through.
Holy shit, that went way further off topic than I intended.
Well, yeah.
Why don't we just restart once we finish this little conversation?
Hell no.
Okay. Fine, I'll make this quick.
Well, welcome back to the weekly watch, where we watched... What did we watch? I forgot, you guys...
Jormungand. You finished it, like, what, an hour ago, didn't you?
Yeah, but then you guys got in this long conversation. So, what did you guys think of Jormungand? And I'm just going to say Jormungand because I believe that the J is a Y sound.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, is it? My bad.
Yeah.
Well,
fucking peasant getting the name wrong, Truman?
Oh, I'm so fucking sorry.
What is it? What's it called? It's like a Norse term, yeah?
Yeah, it's the snake that ate the world, one of the sons of Loki.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Y-ish J.
Yes. I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
So, my opinion on it in general was, it was definitely okay.
Yeah. I liked it, but I prefer Black Lagoon.
Oh, it's so much like Black Lagoon.
Yeah, no, I picked it because I was looking for a show and I went on Reddit, and there was an article that was like, hey, people that like Black Lagoon, this is getting a Western release soon. Check it out. So I checked it out. I picked it.
Good job, Nathan.
Yeah.
But man, it just really made me want more Black Lagoon, to be honest. I prefer the Black Lagoon characters.
There were too many in this.
There were a lot of characters.
And, like, there were a few main ones, but...
Oh, yeah, most of the characters were just side characters, you know.
Well, it's not that they were side characters, they were part of the main group, but they were still background.
So,
exactly.
They didn't get their own episode to, like, focus on.
And you didn't get the, like, banter and this sense of position in the group that you do with Black Lagoon.
But it's definitely okay.
Yeah, no, it's not a bad show. It's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. But if you gotta pick one, pick Black Lagoon.
Yeah. I actually haven't seen Black Lagoon personally.
What the hell, man?
I don't...
Even I've seen Black Lagoon.
I know. You when you said, it, I'm like, oh man, like it's just one of the things I just never got around to. Like every time I was going to, I had something else to do, and then I forgot about it.
Now
Yeah.
you look like the fool, Truman.
Like,
I know, don't I?
One of the reasons I picked the show, one, because they said it was like Black Lagoon, and I like Black Lagoon, so I was like, oh, I'll probably like the show. But also because it gave me a good comparison. So I can say, oh, Black Lagoon was good because it had these characters, and the main character has this moral or ethical stance in it, and it's a battle between that and reality.
I should watch Black Lagoon. All this conversation has been like, it's just basically, hey, you should be watching Black Lagoon.
You should totally watch Black Lagoon instead.
Yeah, I mean, the characters and the stories weren't bad. It's just they weren't quite as good.
Yeah, like it was decent. Like the characters were okay. The story was like okay, but it was just like it never really got past okay. Like I was never particularly invested. Yeah, like I don't remember strongly. Actually, I saw this a while ago. I watched this. I was ready to go pretty early. But like I remember even when I watched it, I was just like, oh, like I finished it and I went through it pretty quickly. It wasn't something I was dreading, but I finished it. I'm like, oh, all right, it is over.
Yeah, it doesn't really leave much of an impact on me.
Especially at the end, when little end part where no one died. And I was just like, oh, well, like, even though I was actually glad the first girl, the one-eyed girl didn't die. Because I thought they were going to make her die, and I was kind of butthurt about that.
Yeah, like after the second to last episode, I expected 2 deaths. And I didn't get that.
Yeah,
like,
and then
I thought that would make the story better, and it doesn't happen.
Actually, I think it's better that she didn't die, because, what was I gonna say? Just had something to explain it, and I lost my train of thought.
No,
She obtained her revenge, and
I understand.
The hero was completed, so she has to not receive anything. It was an untainted revenge, so killing her would have just kind of been a weird choice.
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, I'm not saying I wanted her to die, but I expected her to die because it was like a suicide mission. That's what it was.
I thought she was gonna die.
And like, her coming back alive is not a bad thing because she's done what she had to do, and now she can, devote everything to the group and to what's her name, the white hair.
The one problem I had is I thought they seemed to, for as important as they made it in the very end, I think it was just too short. Like too much was going on in it because it's kind of just like in one scene she starts going crazy, and then like from that point on it's like, oh yeah, by the way, like this character has this big thing about her past life. I'm like, whoa, it kind of just came out of nowhere,
No, I saw it coming. Like every time they go to Africa, like the entire second half comes to says something's up.
Nah, I guess you got a point. Maybe that was just me.
But
I guess characters?
Favorite characters. Now,
Oh.
most of my favorite characters in this show were like the side characters that weren't even part of the main crew, because there just wasn't enough of them. So I ended up having about 3, and one of them will definitely never be seen again, which is the commando girl. She was the one with the 10-gallon hat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, the crazy inventor girl.
Crazy girl, yeah.
The one who died.
Yes, the one who gets shot by my favorite character.
By your favorite character?
Glenn, the older guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The older guy who's just, I'm cool.
He's all like, I don't want guns to be loud. I like silent things. I'm not going to let anything happen to this group. Yeah, him. I like him.
And then it's she didn't, my favorite character didn't really have all that much in it.
Yeah,
so it's one of my other favorite characters was the CIA girl.
CIA girl?
Chocolat?
The one working with Scarecrow.
Yeah.
CIA is actually a pretty great character.
Yeah, it's all like, no, we won't take your money. Well, then I'll just call the person next to you.
I actually thought CIA girl was really good.
Yeah.
But don't you just hate her name? Chocolat?
Really?
Is that her-
That's her name? Oh
I'm
god,
pretty sure
Viz.
her name was Chocolat.
To be perfectly fair, I did not know her name. I don't think I even knew it when watching the show.
So
It's not
Scarecrow and
her actual
Chocolat.
name, but it was her code name, yeah.
Yeah, Scarecrow and Chocolat.
Yeah, actually, she'd probably be my number 2 favorite, personally. If she would have been a more part of the story, bigger part of the story, she probably would have been number 1, but she wasn't. My favorite, I would have to say, is the main girl, Heckmeyer, something.
Coco Heckmeyer.
Yeah. Coco was probably my favorite.
Oh god, she...
Like, mainly because of, I don't know, I like the slightly discaring mindset, you know?
She's got like extravagance in some of her emotions, though.
Exactly. And the over-the-topness. I like the over-the-topness.
Exactly. That's cool.
Also, I like the whole grand plan concept, you know? Like, when she talks to the one girl that you like, she says, like, before, you get shot, basically, let me tell you, like, what my plan is, or I don't remember what she said exactly. I don't remember the exact scene.
Why she got into the business.
Oh, yeah, why she got into the business. And then she tells her, and then the assassin girl kind of just like, oh, well, shit, you're insane. And then gets shot.
Pretty much.
So I like the over-the-top grandstanding nature, pretty much. Oh, yeah.
There's...
It's a show that really doesn't leave you with much, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Like, hey, I didn't dislike it, but I mean, it was pretty good. Also, I saw it 2 weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to remember. I mean, there were I liked the episodes. I enjoyed the story of the episodes. It was enjoyable to watch.
The action was good.
Yeah, it didn't leave you with much substance. Actually, I do remember one big complaint that I had with it is it had the classic guns don't do anything. Like, they had the big gunfights where the people are like 5 feet from each other, but like it just goes on for like 20 minutes.
Hey,
you know what I'm talking about?
Those pillars are strong. You
Or he can just like charge into the gunfire, but because he's running, he's not gonna get hit.
Okay, that happened like twice.
It didn't happen much, but like that one gunfight. It was the one gunfight when the two mercenaries were first introduced, and that was the war. Like I think that was the only real time it happened. And it was also the worst time. It was just like, oh my god, just
No.
Like,
There was the
5 feet
time.
from each other.
There was the time where the eye patch girl was raiding the oil rig and was just like, "Yep, I have knives. Knives beat guns."
I thought that one was better because most of the kills, she was like jumping out of a corner or something.
Yeah,
and
But she would like sprint full speed with like 4 guys shooting at her, and turn a corner.
I don't remember that. Like,
It
I remember
riddled like the entire wall while she was running with bullet holes as she just ran.
Okay, that did happen, but not as bad. Like a lot of her kills in that were surprise kills, you know?
Yeah, it seems when I was watching, it seems like she was up close before they actually noticed her. So by the time they shot, she was already killing them.
Exactly. But the one scene with the two mercenaries was just off. It was just like ah, and just like they're 5 feet from each other and no one's getting hurt.
Don't forget,
and, like, the one guy wasn't even behind the wall. He was like kind of standing behind the girl with the shield. It's like how there's no way in hell that he is perfectly.
Don't forget about like the master killer guy who had the knives attached to his guns. It's like, oh, his fighting style is to run out into the middle of open combat.
That was it. That bugged me a lot. It's like, really? That's his game plan? And like, gladly, like, good. It's good that the girl, his like protege or whatever, didn't ever actually do that, because that would have been the dumbest thing in the world. Like, who thought that looked really cool? Like that looks cool when you're 12 years old.
It was a pretty cool stance, like after she killed him, where it's like the guns are slightly hanging.
I mean, the stance is cool, and it sure looks good in a picture, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm gonna take these handguns and then put bayonets on them.
And charge.
We're at the
Head first.
Gunblade. We're at the Gunblade argument now.
Exactly, it's the Gunblade argument, but like, not even because like, the Gunblade is
Sucks.
not pistols.
The Gunblade's a giant revolver.
Yeah, but it's giant. It's large.
It's more a sword than a gun.
That's true. It actually has no gun part to it.
Don't you just pull the trigger and it like resonates the blade?
It does not have a bullet hole, a chamber to or fire bullets from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you pull the trigger, it doesn't shoot anything.
I don't know how the Gunblade works.
It affects
What
the
is the
blade.
mechanics of the Gunblade? Jay, aren't you a Gunblade smith?
No, I'm the motorcycle blade guy. Devil May Cry, the motorcycle blade. Red Queen.
I mean, there's also Coffin Man's Gunblade.
I
Oh,
don't
God.
remember his gunblade. He had the giant cross gun.
No, Coffin Man.
Oh, Coffin Man. Oh, that's not a gun blade. That's a gun that's shaped like
It's a rifle.
that fits
It's
into a
that
sheath.
fits into like a katana case.
It's a rifle that fits into a sheath.
The most
It's not a
practical,
gun blade.
the most practical like Gunblade is the one in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, the gun that shoots swords.
Oh, God. But let's get back to the show.
Yeah, instead
Hey.
of talking about our favorite Gunblades.
At least it was tangential. Unlike a 10-minute conversation about Bravely Default.
I mean,
Hey. Bravely Default just came out, and it was more interesting than this show.
That actually might be true.
uh,
All right. Actually, I mean, the show. No, that's not fair. But
Bravely
right before
Default might be
we
more
speak this
interesting than the show, but it has a bunch of hype right now.
Good
It's
point.
not that surprising. This show is, I'd say it's better than the middle of the pack.
yeah,
Yeah, so
It's worth
it's
a watch.
decent. It's enjoyable. It's not something you'll remember. It's not rememberable.
what's your
Yeah.
final rating?
All right, I gave it a 6.
I'll agree with that.
I'm giving it a low 7, just because I
No,
did enjoy it.
I was between 6 and 7. I just the fact that after I just couldn't. I was trying to think like what do I want to bring up about it? I'm like, oh, it was cool. That's really it. Like you can bring up that it was cool, but it wasn't substanceable. So I went with 6, but I can totally understand 7.
Maybe the sequel might
Yeah, we got
help it
season 2.
better.
It's already
Yeah.
downloaded.
And I mean, with Black Lagoon, I preferred the sequel over the first season.
True.
So this might be the same thing. And maybe that's one of the problems is that because Black Lagoon, I saw both seasons of it, there are more memorable moments just because there's twice as much content.
Or maybe the fact that Black Lagoon has already basically like slotted itself in that genre area.
Yeah,
Because that's my problem with this show.
they're so similar. Like even the beginning, it starts with an English lyrics. Oh my god. I should go back and rewatch some of the episodes from Black Lagoon.
I need to finish Roberto's Blood Trail.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
that's it. That's what I need to do is watch that because I watched the first 2 episodes of it, and I need to watch the last one. I know what I'm doing tonight.
Show makes you want to watch another show instead. Like it's like, man, that was pretty good. I want to watch this other thing that it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is pretty close, but it's not quite there.
It's just not unique enough.
I would go for that. Yeah, especially if you've seen Black Lagoon. I haven't, so I can't. I don't have the. This is but isn't Black Lagoon because I haven't seen it. But for me, it was kind of just a pretty decent show.
Yeah.
Pretty okay show.
So that's it?
Jay, what are we watching next week?
No, we got the weekly watch. Where,
He doesn't know what he wants to watch next week.
Are you still not know?
Hey, I'll figure it out.
Okay. Let's talk about shows then.
So,
Alright.
Let's talk about Samurai Flamenco.
No, let's start with Kill la Kill.
You want to start with Kill la Kill?
Because holy, yes. Like, first I just want to say, everything I thought was gonna happen happened.
Yeah, this is okay. You know how you were saying you were waiting for that fight between Satsuki Kirin and Matoi Rikyo last time?
Yeah.
This is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the betrayal.
Oh my god, the betrayal took forever. Finally, it happened.
I was waiting for that.
That's
what I wanted to see.
But I want to bring up that the mother looks absolutely ridiculous.
The mother did ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, the rainbow hair was already a bit much, but let's dress up like a jester.
Like a clown. She
Yeah.
looked like a clown.
Yeah, I preferred how she looked before this. Like, I actually liked the way she looked before this. This was just stupid.
This looked
It was
dumb.
very slow. Well, I don't know if you guys have heard, apparently one of the common big, what's it called, theories for the next episode is that it was actually Nui that got stabbed, or one of Nui's puppets or something, not the mom.
I could understand
Because
that.
the big defense for that is that the mom told Nui to dress up, but in the end, when you see Nui, she's wearing the same stuff.
Yeah, no, that I was wondering, like, why is she not wearing anything different?
Yeah, so that's
And
one of the
also,
big.
she said something that would satisfy, like, the Kirian's mother actually said, "You better dress up something that would satisfy even me."
Exactly, yeah. She made a big point about it, and she said, "Yeah, but you came wearing the exact same thing." So one of the big theories is it either is Nui or it's like one of Nui's puppet thingamajigs.
Yeah, I don't think it's Nui. I could see it being one of a puppet thing.
Yeah,
Puppets
it's
are such
definitely
bullshit.
going to be that she knew it was going to happen. I would say,
Yeah, she saw it coming.
but this is the betrayal at Hanochi that we all knew was going to happen. That I called.
We need to go back an episode even before that, because there was the recap epised.
I love the
That was the
recap.
best
'Cause
recap episode ever.
like, it's time for the recap episode. I'm like, no. I was so sad.
The
And then
recap
they
was
did-
good.
They did it in a minute and a half.
Like 3
They
minutes.
did it before the opening. That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
They got it in before the opening, and I was just really happy with that. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
they
awesome.
did not have to waste a whole time with a recap episode. They just boom, 3 minutes. There's a recap episode. It was just felt so really waste a whole week on a recap episode.
It was brilliant.
It really was.
And,
And that's
and
where
then-
we learned that life fibers, or whatever they're called, are aliens.
oh man, I was gonna first go, before the aliens thing, I was gonna say the base of Nudist Beach is actually a fucking beach. But yeah, aliens.
Aliens. There's just aliens.
It's getting more like Gurren Lagann.
Fucking aliens.
Although, and then there was the scene with Satsuki in the pool. Or
That
that
was-
before?
That was weird.
That was the week. Or was that the week before?
I think that was the week before.
Yeah. So.
And yeah, that was creepy. That was uncomfortable watching that.
Oh no, that was it. Because I didn't go over the whole chakra points thing with you guys, or did I?
No, you didn't go over the chakra points.
Yeah, people were like, it's basically what Satsuki's mom did was free up all the chakra points. At the flashy / orgasm scene, I didn't really not 100% sure what's going on there, but it's all her chakra points that are shining.
Super
That's great.
awkward.
I don't
Which is-
care about the chakra point. It's still a weird, incestuous rape.
It's
scene.
still a very weird scene. No, definitely. 100% very weird scene. Although you guys should have seen some of the fan theories going on after that.
I don't.
people-
This is why I don't look at the fan theories.
some fan theories are so out the ass. Like, how did you even possibly think that? They were gonna say that each chakra point represented one of the main one of the characters in the show, but it was just really dumb and forced, and I'm like, how can anyone legitimately think that? So they thought like Gamagori's outfit is actually represented by like the four guardians of Guardians of Heaven in classical Buddhism, and I'm like, what? Like he has a ring on his back. That doesn't. No, it was silly.
So, super hyped for the next episode, though.
Oh yeah, the next episode is going to be just awesome. Just the whole final battle. That's going to take the next 8 episodes.
Yes.
Samurai Flamenco.
He's back.
He's back.
No, it's like, so they defeat From Beyond, right?
Yep.
Well, the guy kills himself, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The twin brother killed himself.
Okay,
Which was kind of
I don't think they're brothers.
They're not, but it's like the twin dude.
Yeah, his doppelganger.
Oh, I remember what I loved. There was Captain America just jumping in. Just the fucking... What was his name? Oh, what was his name again?
Justice Man? Is that it?
It was something ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like Mr. Justice. It was like, what? Like, as soon as he, like, jumped out of the thing, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I needed right now. It's like everything you know is a lie. Come with me. And then the cops try to arrest him. I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted.
I just love the fact that anytime there is an American in, like, a Japanese media, they have to be, like, super American.
No, I love the end scene when he lets Samurai Flamenco escape, while he takes on all the cops, and he's like, Justice Team, he beats them all up, and then he's like, remember to eat tons of cereal in the morning, and eat plenty of red meat.
Justice tackle! Nice justice!
Yo, the Justice Man was incredible.
But, like, I love the part where it's like, oh man, we better, like, drive away. It's like, shouldn't we use a less inconspicuous vehicle? It's an 18-wheeler with the American flag posted on the side. And he's just like, oh man, you need to calm down. Let me sing you a song.
The national anthem. Oh god, that was so incredible. I loved that so much. That episode it got me so hyped. And then this week's episode was also really good. This week's was kind of just like the continuation.
They finally got an opening that doesn't use clips from the show.
Is it really the first one?
Yes.
Wow.
All the other ones use clips from the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I remember from the first opening, it's him fighting a giant robot, so...
Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, okay, this is going to be a show where he thinks he's really cool and he does nothing. Man, remember when the show was that?
Yeah, remember when we were disappointed?
Like, the Prime Minister's actually like an evil supervillain,
and he beat the shit out of Blue.
He destroyed Blue.
Dude, he made a crater in the ground when he destroyed Blue.
Exactly.
But this episode was really good, because I finally got the fucking... like, the ghost of King Torture on Mari. Finally got to see that happen.
Wait, what do you mean, the ghost of King Torture?
Mari's psychological traumas with King Torture.
Yeah, you see her freak out.
Yeah. Okay. No, I definitely agree with you. I was actually going to bring that up. Yeah, after I finish it, I'm like, man, I want to watch the King Torture arc again.
And by the King Torture arc, I mean the last 2 episodes of it, really.
Just those last 2 episodes. Those last 2 episodes, I mean, I'm just going to go on a limb. I don't know how this is going to end, but I don't think it can be... Like, those last 2 episodes with the King Torture arc were some of probably my favorite arcs in anything I've ever watched. I love the King Torture arc. And, I mean, just to flash back to it. And, I mean, when they actually go to him and fight King Torture.
Yeah. But that's why this last episode got me so hyped, because it brings back MMM, and it brings back Police Guy.
Yeah.
It brings back the fact that Police Guy's going to be back. He doesn't really do much this episode.
Okay, no, but at the very end.
But he's not relevant.
He's going to be
He's not just-
relevant again.
Yeah,
Not just sitting around being like, oh no, he's gonna be in trouble now. Like,
but
you know.
it's like I love the whole scene where it's like Flamenco gets saved by the hobo, and the hobo tells like his story about how he hated everything until he was about to die and got saved.
No, it was a good little pause there.
It was a good
'Cause
loop back to why he was a hero.
Exactly. It showed him that it brought him back to his roots and reminded him why he's fighting. He's fighting for the common person. He's not fighting to save the world. He's fighting for every individual person.
He's not fighting for fame or anything like that. He's fighting for just justice.
So,
Also,
I thought that was a really good redemption moment right there.
I'll say it's some nice justice.
nice justice.
I wish Justice Man would just become a more permanent character.
I hope he shows up at the end.
He should have his own TV show.
I think Justice Man should have his own show.
There's one other thing, is when Mari goes back to King Torture's lair, and she throws up, and it's neon blue.
Dude, what the hell was she eating?
What?
It's one of those things, like, a lot of Japanese shows won't show blood. They'll just show, like, black spew.
Or
And then,
they won't show vomit more than blood, actually.
yeah, and then also vomit. They almost never show vomit.
They usually, like, rainbow color it or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll never see vomit. I don't know why.
Okay. So I was
Because
hoping
vomit's
it would
disgusting.
I was hoping it was gonna be like, because you remember at the end of the King Torture arc, he's like, yeah, all of my minions had my blood in them. So when you kill them, it spread my cells out. So when this thing goes off, it'll recreate me as a giant monster.
That's not happening.
God, how incredible would that be? Like, that's the ending. King Torture comes back.
I was hoping that that's what the vomit was gonna do. It was gonna recreate King Torture. Because you tortured her, maybe you did the thing to her too.
I get you.
But
And
now I'm less hopeful.
I did like how they resolved the whole thing with MMM. I thought it was a good resolution with Mari coming to terms to all the three characters. I guess the two really. The useless girl didn't really change much, but the two main girls of MMM kind of just came to terms with, you know.
I thought that was going to be my favorite part of the episode. Then the hobo guy came.
I would say it's still my favorite part of the episode, even with the hobo guy, but I think that's just because of my love for King Torture. Anything related to him is elevated.
I hate Mari so much, but I like Moe so much. She's such a good person.
Well, I mean, I think they're great characters. I mean, they're one thing that the show is what I am really enjoying about it is it's a parody, but it really goes beyond that because it parodies elements that need to be parodied of of superheroes, of heroes, but at the same time it doesn't become too joking and then it's like, oh, it's just a joke. It takes the it like makes fun of the elements that it can make fun of, but it keeps all the elements that are strong points, like
So it's a good parody.
Exactly. But like
it's not like Scary Movie bullshit.
I know, but even other parodies like Kick-Ass is a parody.
Yeah.
But Kick-Ass doesn't. It's obviously a parody all the way through. This is in itself a good superhero show. It's a very good one, and it goes beyond what the show normally is because it parodies elements that need to be parodied, but it leaves other things in, like just this whole thing with Mari and Moe. Mari represents, person who wants to be a hero, but they want to be a hero because they want to be a hero. And like she's a very meta character in that way. Like she's a hero because she wants to be a hero. Why does she want to be a hero? Because heroes are cool. Moe, on the other hand, doesn't have any desire to be a hero, but she's even more of a hero than Mari because she's just pure. She's pure girl.
Mari's never actually a hero. Like, she has the costume and stuff, but she's never the hero because of what you just said.
Yeah, and
she's just in it for the fame and whatnot.
Exactly, and not even for the fame. I mean, she didn't start uploading herself. She just wants. She
No,
likes the idea, the concept of
but
the
yeah,
power. I mean, and I guess the fame. I guess you could say the fame too.
it kind of goes along with the whole being cool thing, as they put it. So.
Exactly. She's in it, but not for what it's really about. Well, on the other hand, Moe is more of a hero than she can be, and she's upset at the fact the whole thing where she was angry at the fact that she couldn't be as heroic as Moe was. I thought that was a good scene. Like they said the right things. It wasn't a it would have been very easy to make that a very cheap scene, but they hit the points. They hit really good artistic elements in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like they hit core storyline stuff, not storyline, core thematic elements, not just like, oh, why are you a good person? Because I don't know. They weren't. It was just because she was good. It's because one person is doing it just for themselves, basically, while the other person does it for someone else. I think that's the difference right there. That everything Mari did was for herself. Everything that Flamenco did or Moe did was for someone else. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I think it might be time to move on.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming Jay isn't really enjoying this conversation as much.
What? No, I am.
Okay.
Super Sonico.
Oh, god damn it. Okay.
I'm gonna enjoy this more, though.
What happened? Shit, it's been so long since...
The reporter.
Yeah, the reporter went...
The reporter episode. I mean, okay, come on. It was a great episode. It's, Sonico inspires this person with her own hard work and effort into inspiring, this reporter to go back and try to pursue their life's goals rather than, just accepting how life is going to be.
I'll say this. The reporter kind of reflects my views on the show, throughout it so far. Or, how I feel every episode. Oh god, it's this show again. Oh my god, I'm watching this person and I hate them. And then I just feel so inspired by the end. It's like every episode has been like that for me.
Exactly, see?
Yeah, I don't feel that at all.
But Nathan, how can you not be inspired by Super Sonico's go-for-it attitude?
I came out of that episode going, that's nice for all the people that can do that, but there are people that just can't. They need to get food on the table. They need to have a shelter. They can't do what they love, and there are people that will never know what they'll love because they'll never have that chance.
Crawling in my skin.
My skin. These wounds, they will not heal.
Yeah. So it's just yeah, you're optimistic and shit, but there are people that fail, and there are people that don't get the chance, and it just annoys me and that's something that rarely, if ever, gets touched on in a show, and maybe it's just because I hate the show so much that I'm just gonna lash out at it because it represents all the shows that will never look at that. But okay.
I get what you're saying. There's definitely... No, I understand completely. I mean, there's people who do... there's some people who don't have the option of not doing what they love. And I understand completely. They'll never get that. I don't think it means... But it's not just saying throw away everything. It's saying, find something... What am I trying to say? Okay, I saw it. I'm not suddenly going to drop out of school right now and do something else that I'd rather do. No, I mean, I'm still going to work, graduate, work the, degree, get the job that I don't really give a shit about for money. But, I mean, in my other time, there's, everyone will have spare time regardless of how much they work. The point was it never said that she quit being a reporter. It said she got back into it. She didn't give up the dream even if nothing ever came of it. I think that was the point. Keep the dream alive even if it's only for yourself.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm really just lashing out at the show because I dislike it so much, and this was a way for me to do that.
Gotcha. But like, they even brought up what I said in the show. She said, if even if it brought you no money or nothing, would you still do it? Yeah, because it's what I enjoy doing. And I think that was the point. Not that, oh, do what you love and it'll all work out. That's not what she said. She said, even if nothing, it won't work out, and you understand it won't work out, would you still do it? And she said, yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Which
yeah.
I think that's a good message.
I mean, it's not saying, put all your eggs in one basket, but continue doing what you love. So, that's that. What else we got?
Space Dandy.
Space Dandy. Last episode.
He escorted the kid.
Yeah.
Oh, the kid escorting one.
Ah.
I thought it was a good episode. It was very different from the standard formula for Space Dandy.
It definitely showed the reason why he's a dandy guy in space.
He's the dandiest man alive.
No one out dandies the dandy.
I thought it was good. It was kind of cliche.
I think that was the point.
Yeah, it was definitely the point. It was definitely a story made to be an homage to kind of what this show is, which is a space western.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It's the hero riding through the vast plains, doing his own thing in the vast plains. He comes off rough, but he's actually a decent person.
There's so many shows that have that exact plot, but they stretch it out over 12 episodes.
That's true,
Yeah.
but it's like the base premise. I don't know. I can't think of something exact that's gonna show. But you guys might get what I'm saying. When I'm saying it's the show is inspired by the cowboy genre. That is what this show is.
It's also made by the people who did Cowboy Bebop, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, this episode, it seemed like this episode was the plot to a bunch of movies and other shows.
Exactly.
The selfish. Well, I don't want to say selfish, but cowboyish character comes in to do what he does, meet someone, and then gets emotionally attached to them and gives up what he wants to help them.
Exactly. And I thought it was really funny because when I was watching it, I was like, wait, time out. It's only a small out of the way for her to still go to the place first and then go back with her grandpa. It was purely for thematic element that they didn't go to the place and get the money first.
I know.
Which was incredible. I love that they blatantly, in the face of plot, gave us... It's not she was going to be arrested. She was just going to be registered and then leave. It was purely for thematic element.
Which still keeps the silliness going.
Exactly. Although no one died at the end of this one.
So.
Well, no one died at the end of the second one.
Yeah.
Wait, no, didn't the cat die?
No. He just didn't get to eat the ramen.
Oh, you're right. The ramen. That was the ramen one. I was thinking of what was the one where they threw the cat into the monster's mouth at the end of the episode.
Third one.
Is that the third one? That would make sense. Okay.
Or they had a robot.
Yeah, that was it. The robot one. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
And so lastly, we got Norigami.
Norigami
5.
Summary. What happened again?
The little kid decides to go with the girl.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Live at her house.
Yeah, he goes to live with the girl, and then he meets the other little ghost girl, and then she becomes a demon.
It took me forever to find this episode.
Yeah, I don't where I normally watched it.
Didn't update.
Yeah. I do want to say there was one.
I downloaded the file and could have just sent it to you.
There was one thing I liked from this episode. Well, okay, I liked the episode overall, but when Yato is talking to Hiyori, the girl, and he's like, for people, you know, you just like there are things that are right and wrong, and like as a whole you might decide them, but individually you don't get to. But as a god, I choose what's right and wrong. So no matter what I do, it'll never be wrong. And now it's just like, oh my god.
No,
He's a
I
fucking god.
thought that was a really interesting point of view, honestly.
That's what it's like to be a god.
Yeah, that sounds like yes, he's a god. It seals it.
But I still like how it keeps a good balance of like action to comedy.
I think it definitely does a good job of that too.
Because like the comedy, it was great when like parents come home and Yato's just like, "Hey, they can't see me."
He's drinking a beer with the dad.
Eating food. And then it's like, it gets all serious because, like you said, the ghost kid. Scary kids are scary.
What?
Ghost
The
children
voice-
are scary as hell.
the voice
Especially
filter-
when they become demons.
Yeah, the voice filter they have for the phantoms, that thing's creepy as shit.
It really is. It's really creepy. Like yeah, I understood the demon voice, the generic demon voice that they do is creepy as shit.
But it gets worse when they have a bunch of them.
And then it gets worse when they put like a little child voice in with it.
A child voice, and the child has like this one phantom eye, and the rest of her is normal, and it's just like, ugh.
Oh yeah, no, it's
It's
definitely legitly creepy.
it's like there's that hint of Japanese horror to it, which is a good horror to have. Yeah, that I butchered that sentence.
Yeah, that was a little like what?
It has a tasteful Japanese horror flair.
Yes, thank you,
I get you.
Nathan, master of words.
Yes, because I have never butchered a sentence before, ever.
Never.
Never. Don't go
Never.
back and look through the episodes, you'll never find one.
I mean, there's one episode that was never recorded, so you know,
Hmm.
we can't know if you did it then.
It was Nathan's fault. That's why it was never recorded.
I'll destroy anything that I don't enjoy.
Jay, or I don't know, Nate. I don't think you're watching. Are you watching Zvezda, Nate? I don't think so.
Watching Zvezda? Yeah.
World Conquest.
No, I'm not.
I haven't watched the fifth one, but
Okay, I was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
I just watched it right now. In it they finally really introduce who the people in white are, and I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but I actually thought I liked it a lot. Tell me when you finish it up.
This show can be so weird because there was the whole scallion engine thing, or what is that? Udo engine?
I don't know what it is. It was a vegetable. It
was some Japanese vegetable.
Like some kind of Japanese vegetable, and it was just really funny in that way.
There was an ancient civilization underground.
That this show is very ridiculous, which I mean I enjoy the ridiculousness of it. So I'm enjoying Zvezda a lot. I'm glad I picked it up. Okay, actually I want to bring this up. So Golden Time. I've been trying to catch up in Golden Time. I've seen up through episode 11, and I think I even called you up. I'm gonna bring it up again. Because they bring it up this point and then they don't mention it, and I don't think they're ever going to again. So like when he's talking, they go through the flashback with the main character and Linda, and then they have this whole arc where, oh no, she caught her brother's fiance cheating, and then like, oh, they're gonna confront him, okay, and then they don't, and he's like, I think you're just gonna not mention it ever and just have my brother marry her. I'm like, wow, this is like just an awful NTR, like this, their brother's just getting NTR'd out the ass. And I was like really, there's gonna be no resolution to this? Just
You
He's just
never
gonna-
told me about that, and
oh, did I not? Yeah, like it just,
and
like,
I don't remember. So, yeah, there's no resolution.
yeah, she just like the fiance is cheating on her brother. She just decides he'll get hurt if he knows, so I'm not gonna tell him. and then they're married, and then they get married. Like later, she mentions how it was weird seeing her family. Like it's always weird when she visits her family because her brother's now wife is just cheating on him, and she knows it but won't say anything. And it's just really awkward. It's like, what? That's never gonna be brought up again.
People do weird things, especially when it comes to love and sanity.
It was just like the
90% of crimes are crimes of passion.
It's very true. But like they're just like, nope, I'm just gonna choose to not resolve this.
I'm not sure that's true.
A lot of crimes are crimes of passion. All right.
I think it's murders. Murders is.
Yeah, I can understand like
90%
violent
of crimes of passion.
violent crimes. Yes, I understand that thing.
And crimes in general.
Crimes of passion,
yeah.
But I don't consider theft or burglary to be.
Thank you, Nathan, Master of Law.
Yeah, why don't you go back to law school, nerd?
So I guess.
I'll go back and be intelligent.
So I guess that's it then, right?
Wait, Nisekoi.
Oh, Nisekoi. I actually just finished the episode.
Yeah. Did you watch the 5th episode, Jay, or just?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It's the episode.
The 4th episode then is.
But I know everything about it, so whatever.
Oh yeah, you've read it, so yeah.
It's the pool episode.
I just like the scene where he tries to use the key on his locket, and it turns out to be the girls' locker room key.
I think this was a moment when I was reading the manga when I realized that this show will never get past the moment of... it'll never get past... Oh, who is it going to be? Who's actually the girl? It's just going to tease forever that it might be her.
It's got to tease long enough for him to fall in love with all of them.
It's just gonna they're just gonna tease it forever, and it's never gonna get solved. Although Jay says something in the future of it does get solved.
Stuff happens. I do want to say that the popularity poll for the manga of it came out, and Onidura is obviously in first.
I mean, yeah, no surprise there.
She's also in this voiced by Char from IS, which everyone loves Char.
That's true. That kind of explains a lot, really.
That's all I really got to say.
And I mean,
besides the fact that it still looks good.
Yeah, actually, that is something. It's way better animated than it was as a manga. I think Shaft did a good job changing, getting this one all ready. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Is that it? Is that the last show we got?
I think so.
I think so.
All right. What's your pick, Jay?
All right, so that's it. Oh wait, my pick. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm probably gonna be busy this week, so I want you guys to watch. I want you guys to watch Ginga Kikotai Majestic Prince.
What?
Yes, you guys are going to be watching the Majestic Princes.
I remember you bringing this up once.
Prepare yourself for mech anime. Mechas. So that's it for the weekly watch this week. Tune in next week when we're watching Majestic Prince. I'm Darkly 10,000. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Dude, Majestic Prince is awesome.
In space?
Yeah.
God, it would be in space.
What better place than in space? In space, no one can hear you gush over how awesome it is.